যশোদানন্দন ব্রজ জনরঞ্জন যশোদানন্দন ব্রজ জনরঞ্জন यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Om Ajnānatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Padantikam. Vande aham Sri Guru Srijata Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitang Tang Sajivam Swadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanitangscha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namini. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagar Grama Tarini. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhaivacha patitanang pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namastute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripri. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Today is Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 14, text 12 to 29. Was just description, that's why only translation up to 27, then 28, 29 purport is there. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayi. Nashtoprayashu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Text 12. Sivayuddhanatam Advaitam Abhiruyate Analana Mamanga Sarangayam Abhirabhate Abhiryat. Translation. Just see, O Bhim, how the sea jackal cries at the rising sun and vomits fire, and how the dog barks at me fearlessly. These are some bad omens indicating something undesirable in the near future. Text 13. Sasta kurvanti mang svayam dakshinam pasuvo pare vaishasang purusho vegra lakshaye hrudayo mama. O Bhimsen, tiger amongst men, now useful animals like cows are passing me on my left side, and lower animals like the asses are circumambulating me. My horses appear to weep upon seeing me. Text 14. Mrittu duta kapato yam ulluka kamayan mana prayat pratuluksa kaha navir Vishwan vai shunyam ichatah. Translation. Just see, the pigeon is like a messenger of death. The shrieks of the owls and their rival crows make my heart tremble. It appears that they want to make a void of the whole universe. Dhumradesa paridhvaya kampate bhru sahadribhi nirghatasya mahasato sankangcha stanayitnubhi. Translation. Just see how the smoke encircles the sky. It appears that the earth and mountains are throbbing. Just hear the cloudless thunder and see the bolts from the blue. Vayurvati kharasparso rajasa visrijam stamaha asragga varsanti jalada vivatsam eva sarvata. The whole blows violently, blasting dust everywhere and creating darkness. Clouds are raining everywhere with bloody disasters. Text 17. Suryam hata prabhapasya graha madhye mitho divi sangskulai bhuta ganai jalitai iva rodosi. Translation. The rays of the sun are declining, and the stars appear to be fighting amongst themselves. Confused living entities appear to be ablaze and weeping. Text 18. Nado nadascha kshuvita sangrasi cha manangsi cha na jalayate agnir aryana kaloyam kim vidhasyati. Translation. Rivers, tributaries, ponds, reservoirs, and the mind are all parched, but no longer ignite fire. What is the extraordinary time? What is going to happen? Text 19. Na pibanti stanang vatsa, na dujhanti cha matara, rudanti asru mukha gava, na hrishanti risabha braje. The calves do not suck the teats of the cows, nor do the cows give milk. They are standing, crying, tears in their eyes, and the bulls take no pleasure in the pasturing grounds. Text 20. Daivatani rudanti cha siddhanti khudanti cha hame janapada grama puradvyana karasama bhrashtasriyo nirananda kimagham darsayanti na. Translation. The deities seem to be crying in the temple, lamenting and perspiring. They seem about to leave. All the cities, villages, towns, gardens, mines, and hermitages are now devoid of beauty and bereft of all happiness. I do not know what sort of calamities are now awaiting us. Text 21. manyate mahotpate nunam bhagavata pade ananya purusa sribhir hindbhir hata saubhaga. Translation. I think that all these earthly disturbances indicate some greater loss to the good fortune of the world. The world was fortunate to have been marked with the footprints of the lotus feet of the Lord. These signs indicate that this will no longer be. Text 22. Iti chintantastasya drishtanena cetasa rājā pratyāgamad brahman yadu purva kapidhvaja. Translation. O Brahman Saunaka, while Maharaj Yudhishthira, observing the inauspicious signs on the earth at that time, was thus thinking to himself, Arjuna came back from the city of the Jadus, Dwaraka. Text 23. Tam padayar nipotitam ayatha purvam aturam adho vadanam avabindum srijanta nayanabja. Translation. When he bowed at his feet, the king saw that his dejection was unprecedented. His head was down and tears glided from his lotus eyes. Text 24. Bilokayo hridayo vicham anuja nipo prichyati sa ane sangmatnara deritam Sāraṇa deritam. Translation. Seeing Arjuna pale due to heartfelt anxieties, the king, remembering the indications of the sage Narada, questioned him in the minds of friends. Text 25. Yudhishthira uvaca kaccid anartha puryam na sajana mukham āsate madhu bhoja dasararha sotanaksha vrishnaya. Maharaj Yudhishthira said, My dear brother, please tell me whether our friends and relatives such as Madhu, Bhoja, Dasarha, Arha, Sattvatāṁ, Andhaka, and the members of the Jadu family are all passing their days in happiness. Text 26. Sura mata maha kaccid swaste āste bate marisa matula sanuja kaccid kuśalaṁ ānaka dundubhi. Translation. Is my respectable grandfather Surasen in a happy mood? And are my maternal uncle Vasudev and his younger brothers all doing well? Text 27. Saptasya arsa tatpatno matulanna mahatmaja āsate satnusa among Devaki pramukha swam. Translation. His 7 wives, headed by Devaki, are all sisters. Are they and their sons and daughters-in-laws all happy? Now text 28. Kaccid rājāhuko jīvaty asat-putro cānujaḥ hṛdīkaḥ jayanta-gada-sāraṇāḥ. Now text written in the board. 29. āsate kuśalaṁ kaccid ye ca śatrujid-ādayaḥ kaccid rīšte sukhaṁ rāmo bhagavān sātvatāṁ prabhuḥ āsate kuśalaṁ kaccid ये च śatrujid-ādayaḥ kaccid āsate sukhaṁ rāmo bhagavān sātvatāṁ prabhuḥ āsate kuśalaṁ kaccid ye ca śatrujid-ādayaḥ kaccid āsate sukhaṁ rāmo bhagavān sātvatāṁ prabhuḥ āste kuśalaṁ kaccid So, translation for text 28-29 and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Kaccid, whether Rājā, the king, āhukaḥ, another name of Ugrasena, jīvaty, still living, asat, mischievous, putro, son, asya, his, cha, also, anuja, younger brother, hṛdīkaḥ, sa-sutaḥ, along with son, krūro, krūro, jayanta-gada-sāraṇāḥ, Sāraṇa, āsate, are they all kuśalaṁ, in happiness? Kaccid, whether ye, they, cha, also, śatrujid-ādayaḥ, headed by, kaccid, whether āsate, are they sukhaṁ, all right, rāmo, Balaram, bhagavān, the Personality of Godhead, sātvatāṁ, of the devotees, prabhuḥ, protector. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Are Ugrasena, whose son was the mischievous Kamsa, and his younger brother still living? Are hṛdīkaḥ and his son Kritavarma happy? Are krūro, jayanta-gada-sāraṇāḥ and śatrujit all happy? How is Balaram, the Personality of Godhead and the protector of devotees? Purport. Hastinapur, the capital of the Pandavas, was situated somewhere near present New Delhi, and the kingdom of Ugrasena was situated in Mathura. While returning to Delhi from Dwaraka, Arjuna must have visited the city of Mathura, and therefore the inquiry about the king of Mathura is valid. Amongst various names of the relatives, the name of Rāmo or Balarama, eldest brother of Lord Krishna, is added with the words the personality of Godhead, because Lord Balarama is the immediate expansion of Vishnu Tattva as Prakash Vigraha of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Although one without a second expand himself as many other living beings, the Vishnu Tattva living beings are expansion of the Supreme Lord, and all of them are qualitatively and quantitatively equal with the Lord. But expansion of the jīvaty Shakti, the category of the ordinary living beings, are not at all equal with the Lord. One who considered the Jiva Shakti and the Vishnu Tattva to be on an equal level is considered a condemned soul of the world. Sri Rāmo or Balarama is the protector of the devotees of the Lord. Baladeva acts as the spiritual master of all devotees, and by his causeless mercy, the fallen souls are delivered. Sri Baladev appeared as Sri Nityananda Prabhu during the advent of Lord Chaitanya, and the great Lord Nityananda Prabhu exhibited his causeless mercy by delivering a pair of extremely fallen souls, namely Jogai and Madhai. Therefore, it is particularly mentioned herein that Balaram is the protector of the devotees of the Lord. By his divine grace, only one can approach the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, and thus Sri Balaram is the mercy incarnation of the Lord, manifested as the spiritual master, the savior of the pure devotees. Thus the ends of the purport. Hare Krishna. So we heard this chapter 14th, that Arjuna had gone to Dwaraka to visit Sri Krishna and the Jadus and find out about the Lord's future program of action. A few months passed, Arjuna's return, and Maharaj Yudhishthira began to observe many inauspicious omens that indicate change in the direction of eternal time and caused fear. So, in this way, many bad signs and inauspicious signs. After observing all these, Maharaj Yudhishthira anxiously said to Bhim, here it is mentioned, that I had sent Arjuna to Dwarka and now 7 months have passed. Is that Lord Krishna is about to disappear from this earth, as predicted by Narada? It was due to his causeless mercy alone that we achieved kingly opulence, victory over the biggest war, control over subjects, and destroy all enemies. Just see how evil omens being manifest due to celestial influence. Actually, it is fact that if anything going to happen, then previously some signs, some indication is there. In this way, Yudhishthira Maharaj told Bhimsen, indeed the whole world appears to be trembling, thunder, and the cloudless sky due to violent winds, dust, cloud in different direction, creating dense darkness. What extraordinary time has come upon us? Yudhishthira Maharaj saying like in that way. The cows no longer give milk, but simply stand still with tears in their eyes. Even the deities in temple seems to be crying. We observe if deity is unhappy in the temple and not looking nice, then it is symptom of inauspicious. In this way, explaining. So, at that time, Arjun returned. Last person mentioned. Arjun returned, but as he bowed down before him, Yudhishthira Maharaj Yudhishthira could see that the pale face was marked with unprecedented dejection. Indeed, Arjun's head hung low and tears glided down from his lotus eyes. Then he remembered the Narad Muni's prediction that great loss for this world. Lord Krishna disappeared. So, in that context, I quote one Prabhupada's lecture that after Krishna's disappearance, less intelligent people misunderstood him. They became contract with the ordinary people, which produced the just philosophy given by Mayavadis and others, which produced many mental speculators. People forgot the actual position of the absolute truth. Lord Krishna himself as Lord appeared in order to teach us, the fallen souls, as Lord Chaitanya. It is mentioned, Chaitanya Charitamrita, that Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Jogam Sikkhartamekam Purusha Purana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sariradhari Kripam Buddhijas Tamahang Prapadya. So let us take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, in the form of Lord Chaitanya, to teach us real knowledge, his transcendental service, and detachment from whatever does not foster Krishna consciousness, especially from material things which contaminated us. So, he has discerned the Supreme Lord, because before, as Lord Krishna, he just instructed, but that times not everyone ready to follow. That's why Krishna appeared as Lord Chaitanya, how to follow Krishna's instruction. Most magnanimous and merciful incarnation of Lord Krishna as Lord Chaitanya. And also at the same time here mentioned that Lord Balaram appeared as a Lord Nityananda, who delivered most fallen soul Jogai Madhai. Just for example, many fallen souls delivered by Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya, but most fallen, that's why this is exemplary. That even no one fallen than Jogai Madhai. So if Jogai Madhai delivered, then why not? Once one devotee asked Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, you instructed us to chant 16 rounds only. But once Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, if you not chant 1 lakh names, means 64 rounds, then Mahaprabhu not accepted your offering. Then what happened to us? Then Prabhupada said, yes, it is the fact. My Guru Maharaj Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur predicted, if you are not Lakhpati, millionaire, means the holy name. If you not chant 64 rounds holy name, then you considered as a fallen, most fallen. Then what happened? But if you follow the Guru's order and engaged yourselves in pure devotional service, then because Lord Chaitanya is most magnanimous and he appeared to deliver the fallen souls. That's why if you become most fallen such a way, then you believe, you just think that Lord Chaitanya must deliver you. But you have to engage in service continuously. So, in this chapter, Lord Krishna's disappearance described, but it is elaborately described later on, after 10th canto, 11th canto, where before Krishna's disappearance, he have given again knowledge like Gita, Uddhav Gita, that is called. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam Sukadeva Goswami said that then Lord Balaram, when Lord Krishna going to prepare to disappears this material world, because his all pastimes already completed. That's why he first he destroyed Jadu dynasty, and then gradually before him Lord Balaram disappeared, and then finally after instructed Uddhava to go to Badarikashram, and Lord Krishna left this real world. Actually, that's why Sukadeva Goswami, at that time, Lord Brahma arrived Prabhas Khetra, where Lord Krishna disappeared during his pastimes, along with Lord Shiva and his consort, the sage, the Prajapatis, and all demigods headed by Indra. All are appeared there to observe Lord Krishna's disappearance pastimes. And at that times, the forefathers, Siddhas, Gandharvas, all, Jakkha, Rakkhas, Kinnor, Apsara, everything. As they were all coming, all these personalities variously chanted and glorified the birth and activities of Lord Krishna. They in different way, they glorify and flower, different things happening that times. Some are in airplane, some are upper, lower, different portions, all type of activities is going on. That times, what happened, that seeing before him Brahma, the grandfather of the universe, Pitamaha, Brahma, and other demigods who are all his persons, powerful expansions of Supreme Lord, closed his lotus eyes and fixing his mind within himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he closed the eyes. Without employing mystic acne, meditate to the burn in his transcendental body, which is the all-attractive resting place and all world. The objects of the worlds, all objects of the consumption and meditation, Lord Krishna entered into his own abode. Actually, externally, those are not devotee, they sing in different way. That is the fact. As soon as Lord Krishna left this earth, truth, religion, faithfulness, glory, beauty immediately followed. They also followed Lord Krishna. That's why Yudhishthira Maharaj is seeing in all inauspicious symptoms. Because when, as soon as Lord Krishna left this earth, truth, religion, faithfulness, glory and beauty immediately followed him. So, That times drums and different musical instrument resounded in the heavens and flowers showered from the sky. The demigods doing like this. Even when Krishna appeared, that times also demigod came to shower flood, and when disappeared, that times also. So, most of the demigods and other higher beings led by Brahma could not see Lord Krishna as he was entering his own abode. All demigods not seeing that how Krishna entering his own abode. That is the fact. But some of them did catch sight of him, and they were extremely amazed, like Lord Brahma and Shiva. Others, all demigods not seeing what happening. That's why, so Sukadeva Goswami said to Parikshit Maharaj, my dear king, you should understand that the Supreme Lord's appearance and disappearance, which resemble those who embodied conditioned souls, are actually a show enacted by his illusory energy, just like drama. Just like the performance of an actor, after creating this universe, he enters into it, plays within it for some time, and last winds it up. Then the Lord remains situated in his own transcendental glory, having ceased from the functions of cosmic manifestation. It is mentioned, Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. Unfortunately, nowadays, some people and some so-called philosophers try to diminish Lord Krishna's glories by treating his disappearance pastimes like an activities of an ordinary human, and using phrase like breathed his last and renounced his mortal human form. By such disinformation, the misguided, sincere people, but guided by pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, we should value and glorify the Lord's departing pastimes, which are as inconceivably wonderful as his other acts. Actually, Lord's appearance and disappearance, no difference, but externally seems like difference. It is the fact. That's why actually Krishna's appearance and disappearance are simultaneously going on, like sun, all times, even now. When the sun out of sight, we think sunset, and when the sun is before our eyes, we think sun is on this horizon. But our insufficient senses and our limitation, that's why we calculate in that way. But sun is always in its fixed position. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead always in fixed position in his supreme abode. But we think, but he visited different Brahmandas. When he appeared and when he left that Brahmanda to another Brahmanda, that times they think he disappeared like this, not ordinary man. That's why Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned, Janma karma chame dibbam ebang jo vetti tattata tvaktadaham punarjanma noiti mameti saurjuna. Those who understand that the Supreme Lord's appearance and disappearance, transcendental, Dibbo, not only theoretically, Tattata. Tattata means completely, both theoretically and experiencing and practically. Actually, to give, in order to give us the experience of Kali Yuga, Krishna disappears and then appeared as a Lord Chaitanya to make us understand. Krishna's disappearance marks the end of the Dapar Yuga and start the Kali Yuga. And Krishna disappears, hence everyone experiencing the Kali Yuga. But during Parikshit Maharaj time, Kali Raj cannot influence people because of Parikshit Maharaj. When Parikshit Maharaj left, then Kali in full phase, he influenced the people, like we are in Kali Yuga. But still, it is mentioned, Srimad Bhagavatam, that Kalo doshe nidhe rajan, asti eka mahan guna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha parang prajat. The ocean of faults, dosa. Still, one great symptoms is there. We can take advantage. What? Only by chanting this holy name of the Supreme Lord Krishna, everyone can deliver. That's why in this age of Kali, no such incarnation. Kali Kale Naam Rupe Krishna avatar. In the form of name, Krishna's incarnation is there in this age of Kali. That's why if we sincerely chant this holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rāma, Rāma Rāma, Hare Hare, then directly associate with Lord Krishna. So, that's why Lord Krishna himself appeared as Lord Chaitanya again, because to diminish this misunderstanding. So, and another thing Srila Prabhupada mentioned here, that even Lord Nityananda, as a form of Chaitanya, Supreme Lord's devotee, is most merciful than Lord Chaitanya. That's why Nityananda Prabhu, or the Supreme Personality, he is also the first expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why here mentioned bhagavān Sattvato Prabhu, Balaram. And Balaram appeared as Lord Nityananda. That's why here mentioned that by his grace, only one can approach Supreme Lord Krishna. Means Balaram's grace. If Balaram became merciful to someone, then he can approach Krishna, otherwise not. And thus, Sri Balaram is the mercy incarnation of Lord, same as Lord Nityananda, manifested as the spiritual master, the savior of pure devotees. So who can save us in devotional path? That is Lord Nityananda. That's why we have to take shelter Gurudev as well as Lord Nityananda, and we easily get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and sometimes Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And here description is there. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Actually, this Krishna's disappearance pastimes mentioned few indication is there, but no, Prabhupada not given big purport. Only description is there. But otherwise, some debate and misunderstanding will be arise. That's why simply mentioned that Krishna, that's why appeared as a Lord Chaitanya, and also Balaram appeared as a Lord Nityananda, most magnanimous and merciful incarnation. If we approach them, then our life will be success. Hare Krishna. Comments? Because that's why Yudhishthira Maharaj told Bhima and show him what is happening. Yudhishthira Maharaj is the leader of the Pandavas and now king. That's why he saw, when he seeing all bad symptoms, that times he asked him, why Arjuna is not, that's why he in tension, that why Bhim till not coming back, what happening, what bad sign. Before it is happened, in Mahabharata, we heard a story that when that Dapur Yug going to end, then what will happen to next Kali Yug? Then Krishna in different way told. And previously Narad Muni already told Yudhishthira Maharaj, very soon Krishna will disappear. That's why these symptoms, when seeing these symptoms, then in fearful heart and also with tension, he asked him what is it. And at the same time, Arjuna already returned. Everyone seeing, but everyone not understood properly. Because to understand, some experience and realization is needed. Krishna. No. When Krishna disappears, all religion, everything followed Krishna, and that times Kali Yuga begins. But Kali Yuga's influence started after Parikshit Maharaj. Because try to do all kinds of nonsense, but Parikshit Maharaj chastised Kali. And asides, give some particular place. That's why Kali not influence people in great way. But after Parikshit Maharaj's disappearance, then Kali start his activities. Oh. We have to calculate because it is not clearly mentioned. So different type of calculation is there. That's why we have to check and calculate. Actually, someone that 5,000, how many Google mentioned? But I heard somewhere else mentioned that 5,000 Krishna's just you add 125 years, Krishna past times 105 years in this earth, and 5,000 400 something like that. I have written, but I don't remember. Anyway, how they calculate, we don't know. But according to Bhagavatam, that Krishna's pastimes, when complete, then Kali Yuga starts and Dapur Yuga ends. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But someone calculate that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that after in Kali Yuga, 500 years back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 5,000 like this. Anyway, Nana Muni, Nana Mat. Means different kinds of Muni, mind speculation. Anyway, now we are in Kali Yuga, but now in Kali Yuga still Suvarna Yuga, golden age, first 10,000 years. In this age of Kali, first 10,000 years Suvarna Yuga, means golden age. Why? Because in this 10,000 years, if we chant this holy name, we can get chance to chant holy name. But after we cannot get chance, then somehow or other we also will be destroyed by the Kalki avatar. And that times, what happened? Just according to our activities, karma, we have to get result. And again, wait for next creation. Like this. Then how long it can, immeasurable. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे।